calling all psychonauts. May you enjoy the days through the haze. Enjoy what is now. This episode of the Slightly Fuzzed podcast is sponsored by Bud Tea Company, a cannabis apparel brand from Maine. Check them out at budteeco.com. That's BUDTEECO.com. Or follow them on Instagram at budteeco. Tell them Slightly Fuzzed sent you. All right, dude. Tyler and Adam Pomeran, Delco Detention. Thanks for being here. That was sweet.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
That wasn't all improvised, was it?
That was all improvised.
It was?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you guys are here, man. At first, when I first saw you guys come up, I'm like, this has got to be one of those like gimmicky kid plays in a rock band or whatever, and it goes viral. And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a little lame. And then I listened to your album, and I'm like, this is the real deal right here. This is awesome.
I feel like that's what people would think of me when I started doing those videos and stuff.
Yeah. It reminds me of like School of Rock. Have you seen School of Rock? I always watch School of Rock and go, man, this movie would be so much better if it was like rated R. I can't relate to these little kids singing about homework. I'm not into it. And you made like a real legit album where if I closed my eyes, if I didn't know that you were a 10-year-old, I'd have no idea. It's just good music. That's quite the accomplishment.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I even reached out to Kevin from The Age of Truth because I saw that he had a guest spot on your album, and I was like, Kev, what's the deal with this? Is this a gimmick? Is this real? And he was like, dude, it's the real deal. Check him out, talk to him, have him on your podcast, and I'm glad that I did. So thanks for being here.
I'm real glad you did. And he's a great guy. He was supposed to come over the other day and we're doing a second song with him for the new album, and but he's a plumber in real life, so he got a little busy with that. So he got a little busy with shit. So but he'll be coming over soon to do his vocal tracks for a new song that we have for him. So yeah,
very cool.
The Age of Truth, all those guys are just super cool dudes, and we've had like private concerts. So. It's basically the only concerts we've been to in the last year has been like private Age of Truth concerts where they rehearse, which is really cool. And he gets to jam with them.
Yeah.
So Tyler, what got you into metal? And I asked because I have a 3-year-old boy who's kind of into like heavier music with me a little bit. He'll bob his head a little bit. He's kind of into it. My 5-year-old daughter, not into it. She's into pop music. She doesn't like it. So tell me what got you into this music. What got you into the heavy stuff? Because I wanna start a band with my little kid someday too.
I mean, it was really because of Dad. Because like when we would go to places in the car, he would play that kind of music, and he played it for a lot, and he played it a lot of times. And I just kind of adapted to it, I guess. And now I like it.
When I was a kid, I remember driving around in a truck with my dad, going to like the lumber yard or something, and he played LaGrange by ZZ Top, and he played Roxanne by The Police, real loud. And I still love both of those songs to this day. So was there a song for you that did it, or was there a band that did it for you, or what's your dad into?
Well, I mean, maybe Clutch is what did it. Yeah.
He's also gotten into other stuff, other bands like Primus after that really changed him started getting him into. He had more of a diverse sound than myself. I was more like one-dimensional, and he was listening to progressive, like really off the wall stuff with timing and stuff. And
yeah, so, I like progressive a lot.
He likes Rush and he likes Primus, and he's heard some Yes that I played him, old 70s Yes, or I just really Clutch was a band that he originally started with, but Primus took him in a different direction, where he wanted to start playing more bass, doing some more different stuff. And so I think that was more the progressive rock and listening to Rush and bands like Yes, and a lot of that classic rock was a big influence for him. And it kind of started listening to a lot of Jethro Tull, a lot of Black Sabbath, and you can start to hear that in the songs that he's writing now.
Primus is a hard one to listen to. There's a lot of people that can never quite get into Primus, so it's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
I never was into Primus until he got into him, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's probably my favorite band.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. So what is it like starting this with your dad? And Adam, to you, the same question. What's it like playing with your son? Because I didn't have any hobbies that I did with my dad growing up. My dad just yelled at me about, not cleaning up my room and whatnot. We didn't hang out together too much. And do you know Acid Mammoth? Have you heard Acid Mammoth?
No.
They're another band, real doomy, heavy band, and that's a father-son in the same band too. You should check them out.
Ah.
Definitely will. Wow.
Yeah.
You're the first that told us.
So what is it like? What's it like playing with your dad?
It's really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I never knew it would come to this. Like I thought, I'd just be playing games in my room. I mean, which I still do, but I do play music too.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I mean, like I said, I can't wait to try to get my kid into the stuff that I'm into. Obviously, he's more than welcome to get into whatever he's into, but like to share that thing with him is pretty cool. So, what about you, Adam? How does that feel?
I mean, it's amazing. I can't.
Yeah.
It's what you're talking about. I think it's luck of the draw. Sometimes I have an older son who's 17, and I had a lot of years coaching his baseball teams, being really close with him, doing that kind of thing. And they become teenagers and they kind of drift apart from their dads. So yeah. When I had this bond with him, we were playing. He was playing some like t-ball or something in the baseball field, and we played a few baseball seasons. And I think he got hit by a couple pitches, and and then he just decided he wasn't playing baseball anymore. He was about 5 or 6, I think, and that's when just the music thing clicked. And we went down in the basement a few times and jammed together when he was 7 years old, and it just kind of took off from there.
I don't think 7. I think around 8.
Well, You started playing bass when you were 7, and then we really started jamming seriously when we was about 8 years old.
Do you have a background in music yourself, Adam?
Other than just being a drummer, no.
Yeah. What about recording? Because the album sounds great. Did you know how to record music, or who recorded all that?
We got, as far as the recording of the music,
the first few songs, they were like
in the basement. We recorded those with a couple local guys, John and Dave.
Yeah, they had like actual studio equipment. Wow, like for the rest of our songs, we just use Reaper 64, which is a recording app, and it sounds.
We're just using this thing. This is the only thing that's plugged in this computer.
Wow.
And we just go direct with everything.
And now
electric kit, you know. Go ahead.
And now this guy from She Loves Pablo, named Leo, he mixes all of our stuff now, and it sounds way better.
Leo is awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're doing another song with She Loves Pablo too. We're out of Croatia. I don't know if are you familiar with them?
No, I don't think so.
You definitely have to check them out. We got a hold of them through Jared from Mississippi Bones, who also does a few songs with us on the From the Basement album.
Yeah.
He hooked us up with them, and they're amazing. You definitely should check them out. She Loves Pablo.
Cool.
And we're doing a new song with them that we just got the vocals back from them, and it's really good.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So Tyler, did you take lessons, or was your dad teaching you, or you self-taught? How'd you get so good so quickly?
Well, at first, I started playing drums first, but I think Dad kind of teaching me, right?
Yeah, if you want to call it that.
And then when I started playing bass, we went to the rock school, and I got some lessons there.
Yeah, he took a few lessons at a local Let There Be Rock school.
Yeah.
First, he started on the drums, and then he heard Primus, and then he went to bass. So he was really hooked on bass for a while, and then switched over to guitar after that. But he only took about 2 guitar lessons, maybe 2 or 3 guitar lessons, and then he pretty much just has a really good ear and figures everything else. Figures it out on his own.
Yeah. How often do you play?
I play
every day.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to keep that up. You know what they say? You have to get 10,000 hours in. I don't know what you're at now, but
he still plays way too many more video games than he does guitar now.
Oh yeah. So at what point did you think that you guys were going to start writing like real music together? What point did it get serious?
It kind of just started off in the basement, because I don't know what got us. I kind of forget what got us into playing in the basement together, but it just kind of started from there, and then I came up with a song, or like an improv song, and then I believe I just forget what happened from there.
Ooh, it must be the shirts. We got these shirts slightly fuzzed. Well, I don't know if we ever were really serious, but I think once when Neil Fallon reached out to us.
So how did that happen? So what did Neil hear that he was like, I'm interested? Was it just like this instrumental thing that you recorded, or what happened there? What's the real story from start to finish?
So at first, again, I kind of forget what we started playing in the basement, but we played in the basement, and we're doing a lot of Clutch covers. And so Neil, since we did a lot of them, Neil reached out to us, and then
he saw them on Twitter.
Yeah.
We posted a few on Twitter that he must have seen, and after I probably posted a few of them. We probably did like about a dozen Clutch covers. And so he finally reached out to me in a Twitter message.
And then I think you asked him. Dad asked him to do, if you want to do a song with us, and he said yes. And then
wow,
that's kind of where it started.
That's insane. That's absolutely insane. Do you know how crazy that is, Tyler? There are people that are in bands for 20 years that can't get Neil Fallon on a song.
Well, maybe they should do clutch covers then.
Did you have lyrics already written at that point for this song, or did Neil help out with that, or what?
Sorry.
Oh wait, what did he say?
Did you when Neil reached out to you guys, did you have lyrics written for this next song,
No.
or did he help you out with that, or what was the start of that song with Neil?
So
Yeah, go ahead.
he just kind of, so we did an improv. So, well, first of all, he saw us doing all of our clutch covers, and we also did a few. So we were doing a few clutch covers, and he reached out to us, and we decided to do a song with each other. So we picked out one improv jam that we did that doesn't relate to clutch, and we decided to take that improv jam and kind of make it into a song. And then he wrote lyrics for it.
Okay.
Yeah, he also gave us a little direction on it. When we first sent him a song. He cut a few parts and suggested that we rearrange it a little bit. And so there was some back and forth. We had a Zoom meeting with him, and so we talked a lot. And he helped us structure the song and made it more just a nice solid 3-minute, 2.5, 3-minute song.
Yeah.
And honestly, we had no idea what kind of lyrics he was going to bring back or what kind of vocal delivery he was going to give. And so we were blown away for sure.
I mean, it does sound like a clutch song. So, I mean, you can tell kind of by the lyrics a little bit too. It's definitely got that clutch feel.
I think anytime, no matter what singer comes in, it always transforms the song into something different.
Yeah, like every single singer that we did for even our newest song, like completely changes the song in a good way, and it sounds really good.
Yeah, because we can be like, oh, this song is kind of right? And
like the one we did with Kevin, it didn't really sound well. One of them we did with Kevin.
Yeah, we're just all over the place. We're just sloppy and messy, and Kevin just comes in
in a bad way. Yeah,
and crushes it, and they were like, the song's great. And
sometimes it's good to be sloppy because I mean, Black Sabbath is sloppy in a good way. Well, sometimes I get a little sloppy on my songs.
Yeah, and the drummer can be, this drummer can be a little mess sloppy sometimes.
Well, I kind of started though, right?
Yeah. We play the click tracks, which we really don't like.
Yeah.
Because we're never in time with the click track anyway, so it's like, what's the point?
Like you put on the click track, and I just kind of like kick my foot on the chair and kind of go with it.
Yeah, he starts it, and then I have to add drums on top of it, which can be hard sometimes because we're kind of just all over the place. But then that's the fun part about it. It's just amazing how they turn into good songs. Just
where did the rest of the songs come from? Did you guys write the lyrics for any of them, or did the people help you when they came in and wanted to work?
No, we're just doing the music, and then we send them off to people.
Yeah,
I usually bother people and email them or message them and bug them for weeks to give something back, and they finally do.
Well, Bob Balch is another one from Fu Manchu that was a pretty impressive grab for anyone to play with. I mean, Fu Manchu's the shit. So, absolutely. How did that work out?
That's super cool. Well, he took. Well, I think I saw that he was giving guitar lessons on Instagram, so we had him do a few guitar lessons. In between those guitar lessons, I was like, "Hey, what do you want to do a song with the kid?" And so he's a busy dude, obviously, and I think what happened was it was Tyler's 10th birthday. I sent him an email, and I was like, "It's Tyler's birthday. You want to lay down a track?" And he was like, "Fine, I'll send you something." And the next day, he sent me this killer solo. So yeah, that's it. And he still takes lessons. We don't take lessons from him weekly, but he took a few lessons from him here and there. It was really the best really good guitar teacher.
He really helped me with soloing a lot.
Yeah.
What does he think about this album and the band and all that stuff?
I didn't really have that conversation with him. We haven't had anything, any recent lessons. I think now everybody's starting to get back on the road and get busy again. We kind of got lightning in the bottle with all those people at the time that we did. Starting with Neil Fallon, it was just a time where nobody was doing anything.
Yeah.
With COVID and everything, so we were able to get they had the time to do that kind of stuff. Now you got people on the road and touring. Once that starts happening, then it's a lot harder.
Sure.
The vocal collaborations and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. What do your classmates think, Tyler?
One of my best friends, John, he thinks it's cool. He's not into pop music too. I don't know. I honestly don't know what kind of genre he's into. He said he doesn't really like rap and doesn't really like pop. He didn't say anything about rock, though. But he thinks what I'm doing is cool. But everybody else is into pop music and stuff, so
yeah.
I guess they don't really care.
I bet there's a little bit of jealousy going on. Like, man, I wish I was in a rock band.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think maybe that'll change. He goes into middle school next year, and it gets a little more.
I guess
kids' musical change. Maybe will taste a little bit.
Yeah.
And going to the rock school, he's playing with kids that are older than him because, it's hard for him to find the kids at his age that can keep up with the music part of it. So it's hard sometimes,
Yeah.
Because he's playing with grown men, I'm trying to find him some other 10-year-olds he can hang out with and rock with.
Right.
I mean, when they are, but we did get in a few bands with people like around my age, but they weren't really playing the music I like, so.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is that especially at your age, it's hard to find people that are playing at your level because I'm assuming that you're probably a little bit better than most of the kids that are 10 years old, but also the people with the same taste. I mean, I know that even from my own experience, I was probably listening to pop music when I was your age, or at the very least, like country music. I was probably listening to like Garth Brooks when I was your age. And it changed so much over the next few years, listening to metal and whatnot. And then even after that, listening into like specifically stoner metal or desert metal or doom metal or whatever, like it's probably going to change a lot. And for you to be 10 and into that music is probably pretty rare.
Yeah, I think that is. Obviously, again, it's my influence.
Yeah, I definitely didn't like.
It's not like he just magically started listening to this stuff, but like you say, you can try to. I have another kid who you think that they're going to click, but they eventually find their own way and listen to different things.
Right.
So I think this is just magical, and the chemistry that we have is just really cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it is really special, and like I said, having a son of my own now that's young, and I think what you have is really special, and I hope you both appreciate that because it's very cool.
Definitely.
So what's next then, Tyler? What you have a full album out, your debut album. You have an album of covers, is that right? Funhouse is your latest album with covers.
Yeah.
How did those all those covers come about? Are these some of your favorite tunes, or did the guests pick some of those, or how'd you pick those songs?
I think some of our fans, I think like maybe one or two of them were picked by fans. And then pretty much most of them were just my favorite songs that I covered.
Yeah. There was somebody on Twitter that kept asking us to do a sleep song. And I'm sorry, I forget his name. But anyway.
And then we did a Dragon.
We never would have really done that. So we listened to a couple of sleep songs and we did Dragonaut. And Chrissy does the vocals on the whole album. She recommended the songs too. The Allman Brothers was one of those songs. That was one that we wouldn't have picked. She also picked an All Them Witches song, which was really.
How did that relationship come about? Where did she come from?
Chrissy, I'm friends with her on Facebook. And we're a lot of clutch groups, like some of those private clutch groups on Facebook where I've seen her playing what's that called? The ukulele? Yeah, and she's done some really good stuff and singing that I've seen it from a couple of years ago, and I just hit her up, and yeah, it just went from there. And I really we did 12 songs on that album, on the covers, and then she also does one song on the Basement album too. So yeah.
Tyler, it sounds like you're itching to play us some riffs. You want to take it away for us?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Very nice. Again, is this just off the top of your head? Is this something that you've got in your back pocket?
This is something off the top of my head.
Yeah.
I love it, man. Right on.
I could have just hit the record button on that, and we would have just sent it out to somebody, and they add vocals.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it's fun, you know. Usually when we record tracks, we're just 1-2 takes at the most. Yeah, maybe 3. Because then if it starts to become painful, it's just like
not fun.
Yeah. So we're just fun, really, and that's really the truth. There's definitely little flaws and things you may hear in some of the tracks and stuff, but it's rock and roll, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of, have you watched that new Beatles documentary? Get Back.
No.
It's interesting. Sorry, go ahead.
I saw ads on it on YouTube though.
It's really interesting because they basically just recorded like everything of recording Let It Be, the album. But when you were talking about just like 1 or 2 takes, record it, you know, it makes me think of that because they spent so long you know, in the same room, trying to jam and come up with stuff. But the Beatles are a little loose too. That, you know, they kind of improvise and record on the spot and go, "That was cool. Let's go with that. Put it on the album." And you think about such a band like that, one of the greatest bands ever, and it was like, you know, third take or something like that, you know, and it feels like that. It feels fun. It feels loose, and that's kind of what made them great sometimes. So
yeah, I spent some time in the studio with lots of bands, and it's just have the worst time, you know, because it's taking like 12 hours just to get the kick drum sound.
Yeah.
Kick, like, you know, hours later, like, all right, I hit the tom, and you're like, I don't know. That's my experience with it.
And was it worth it? I mean, that's the real question. Is like, is it worth it after all that time and all of that energy and all of that anger and all that everything? It's like, what did it make it that big of a difference to the song? You know,
I've never been happy with the drum sound that I've gotten my whole life.
And plus, it costs so much money to record it.
Yeah.
Just for one track, not just for one track alone. Like the other tracks, they'll be like.
Well, just the time. Yeah, it's time. And
time and money.
Like, you know, there's some really good studios out there. We would love. Don't get me wrong. We would love to go in studio, but we're having fun where we can just be at home. It's convenient, and we can do it at any time. Don't have to schedule an appointment or do anything like that.
Yeah. Speaking of where you live and booking studio time and stuff, you guys have done a couple like live things, right? How did you like playing live? Do you like it?
Oh, on video?
Like, yeah, like when we go play like Tom and Jerry's.
Yeah,
it's live on stage.
Live on stage.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah? You like that part of it?
Yeah, I like it. It's more funner playing with the singers other than just like listening to it. Like when you actually, a few of the singers actually came. Like a few of the singers that actually sang the song, came to Tom and Jerry's and
Kevin from The Age of Truth did a live.
I saw that. Yeah, I watched it. Very cool.
It's on YouTube, so it's really cool.
And then Bill from
King Snake. Yep.
It was really fun playing with them because
yeah. And so that's one place we go to is a place called Tom and Jerry's.
We go there.
They have like this open mic jam where there's the whole back line is all set, drums, everything. So we just can show up and play.
Cool.
And then we're done.
Oh, you just show up?
Yeah, there's no practicing. It's just an open mic. So it's fun. We just sign up. There's already a band there that backs us up. And that's what we do. We did that a lot. And then as far as playing, we played a few shows on our own where we book and play like 30-minute set or an hour set here and there.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
That's something you guys want to do more of, or?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, within reason. I mean, we're not looking to go on tour or anything like that.
Yeah.
He's in school. School's important. He's having a really good school year. So we play when we can. Let's play. And again, I play just for fun. I don't want it to be like, I don't want to play too much because it takes, I feel like the less you play, the more exciting it is for them to see you again. It's, as far as playing locally, instead of playing every week or, you know, it starts to become
I already saw
the same old. Yeah.
Well, you do have a pretty good scene out there if you ever decide to do more of it, because I think just in this podcast, this is episode like, I don't know, 23. I think I've had like 4, maybe 5 people from like Philadelphia, like your area-ish, like on the podcast already. So you have a pretty good group of bands out there that play.
Yeah. It's a small group of fans, but yeah. I think in our area here in Delco, a lot of people are really into cover music and popular. So I think what we're doing may seem that like it's cool, but they're not really listening to this kind of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you do have The Age of Truth, and I've had Red Touch Black on here. Talked to Heavy Temple a few times.
This scene is awesome. Thunderbird Divine and like Age of Truth. But I'm talking about more like Delco.
Yeah.
Age of Truth is from Delco, right?
Well, they're spread out a little bit. Anyway, I like the smaller clubs, and when I go to see a band, I would prefer that anyway. It's more intimate. He met Brant Bjork at the a place in Philly. It was really cool. We saw him having a cigarette out front.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we were right up front. It was really cool. Yeah,
That's rad.
I'll take that any day over the larger venues.
Yeah. So, all right, let's talk about what is next then. You did From the Basement, you did Funhouse. What are you working on? I know we have a single to play today. Yeah. Let me know when you're ready to play this thing. But tell me about what is this going to be on? It's going to be on a new album. What are you working on right now?
So basically, when we did From the Basement, we were constantly recording covers and originals, and we had about 20 tracks left over from the basement, which they're done. So we've got 20 songs that are just sitting. And so I started sending a bunch of those out to more people, and little by little, they're all starting to come back now. We've got about 5 or 6 songs finished, and we should have the full album done hopefully by early spring. It's going to be called What Lies Beneath, which is kind of like From the Basement sequel.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be even better than what the first album was. Not the star power that we had on the first album, but the songs he's more matured with his musical style, and we're really happy with it.
Cool.
She Loves Pablo will be coming back. King Snake, Age of Truth, that'll be Kevin. All the singers will be coming back. So that right there is really cool. Yeah. And we have we have a lot of local singers, including a girl named Angelique Zupo, who's going to be on the track that you're going to play. That's one of Tyler's old band teachers from the Let There Be Rock school. And I sent her a track, and she came back within like a couple days, and just this song is really. I sent you it, right? Did you listen to it? Yeah, and I really feel good about it. It's just a fun song. And
it is a fun song. Yeah, it's fun and it rocks. And like that's what I love about it. And there's you have a lot of like these like just fun rock songs.
Yeah, like
I was going to say earlier that like even on From the Basement though, there's a couple that stood out to me that were more than that. Even like Dirt School and Behemoth Ship were just like kind of like different, just darker, doomier, weirder, something. Like it wasn't just this straight rock record either. It was really cool that you put a lot of different sounds and influences throughout it though.
Yeah. Behemoth Ship was with Mike Dillon. He puts all those vibes in there. It almost sounds like a guitar. There's no guitars on them. It's just a bass. All we gave him was bass and a drum track, and he does everything else in that song. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
I think it was more Primus influenced on that song, which kind of it's different style than the rest of the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Dirt School might have been one of my favorites. It definitely stands out. It's a little different. It's maybe a little doomier or something like that. And I love the rockers, man. I mean, I bring that up on the podcast all the time. Like I have some doom bands and stuff on here, real slow, sludgy stuff. But I love the rock stuff. I love Queens of Stone Age and Truck Fighters right behind me here. Like I love that stuff. I want to feel happy and fun, when I'm listening to it. And you guys really accomplished a lot of that on that record.
Thank you.
Well, let's hear this rock paper scissors song, huh? All right.
A little side note. So that song was originally written for Scissor Fight. We originally wrote that song for Scissor Fight, and it just didn't work out. We just couldn't make the time to make it happen. And so we sent that out to Angelique instead. And she kind of threw in the scissors into the song. And so, yeah, that's the story of that song.
Very cool. It's a great song. It's a fun song.
Yeah, I got to do the backup vocals too, which made me feel important.
When are you guys going to start singing your own tracks?
I've done a few.
Have you?
Yeah. Probably not a good idea.
You sound good on the few, then.
Yeah, I sung a couple live. It was fun. First time in 50 years I've ever sung, but
Yeah.
It was fun. But no, I probably should just stick to the drums.
Well, let's do a game called Real or Fuzzed. Have you seen Real or Fuzzed yet?
I don't think I have.
I'm going to show you 10 album covers.
Oh,
They're ridiculous. And you guys tell me if they're real or fuzzed.
okay.
First one. Hot damn, big fat lover.
Is that real or is it fuzzed?
It's Fuzz.
I'm gonna go
Fuzzed?
fuzzed.
This is a real album.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
Big fat lover?
big fat lover.
I'm gonna get some of that. Hot damn.
For different reasons.
Diarrhea Planet.
Loose jewels. What do you think? Is it fuzzed or is it real?
I mean,
Anything's possible.
I'll just go with real.
You going real? I'm going
Yeah.
fuzzed.
This one's real.
I just went real because I'm just trying to see the stupidest looks is the real.
Wow, Diarrhea Planet.
Don Perkins, Songs for My Wild Woman.
Hey, real or
Fuzz.
fuzz? You going fuzzed?
Yeah.
I'm going fuzzed.
Oh, man. It is fuzzed.
We got it going now. We got this. He's up
ones that-
one on me right now.
The ones that look real are Fuzz.
That doesn't look real. He's stepping on her head.
Oh, wait, no.
Nomad Desert. This is called Red Planet Bitches with the Triple Titties.
Red Planet Bitches with the Triple Titties. What do you think?
I mean, it has a real album name and stuff, so.
Nomad Desert.
Well,
Red Planet Bitches with the Triple Titties.
Well, besides that part, the Nova Desert.
You're going real?
Yes, that sounds like a real name.
I'm going real.
Man, I thought I would get you on this one. That is real.
Nice.
It's good tunes too. You should check it out. It has kind of a clutchy feel, to be honest.
I was gonna take notes on all this, but I will have a copy of this, so I'll be able to go back
Yeah.
and check out Nomad Desert.
Check out Nomad Desert. Yeah. Great album title and cover, but great music too. Swine and Dine, Eat Me.
Swine and Dine, Eat Me. I'll go first on this one. I'm going real.
I'm going Fuzz.
This is fuzzed.
Damn, man, he's up 2 on me now. Smart. Oh, I've used this one before.
You have?
Yeah, it's on my top 10 album covers of 2000 something. I don't know.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
it's got the sticker on it, a little like price on it.
Yeah.
It's called
Dance
Shut Up,
Before the Police Come.
Dance Before the Police Come.
so I'm guessing it's real.
You're gonna go real on this? I'm going fuzzed.
This is real. It's a real album.
Dance Before the Police Come.
Planet Kill, Attack of the Booger Pickers.
I feel like this is like a maybe like a Primus related album cover or album. It kind of sounds like something Primus would do.
So you're going real.
I mean, sure.
All right, I'm going Fuzzed.
This is Fuzzed.
All right, I'm only one behind now.
Bobby Helms, My Special Album.
That's not a great album name.
Yeah, it's kind of basic. Let me see. Bobby Helms, My Special Album. Where do you go? I'm gonna go first on this one. I'm going real.
I'm going real too, because I has pictures of him and stuff.
Looks like a real dude to me. Bobby
This
Helms.
is real. Terrible album cover, but it is real. It's a real one.
This is fun. This is the best part.
Harmonicats. Dolls, dolls, dolls.
I'm looking at the details just to make sure. I'm only one behind now. I'm trying to catch up. I'm gonna have to go against him on this one. You go first. Harmonicats, dolls, dolls, dolls.
Real.
You going real?
Yeah.
I gotta go Fuzzed.
This is a real one.
Damn, that hurt. Now I'm at 2.
This one probably doesn't sound quite as clutch-like as Nomad Desert, but Cody Matheson, Can I Borrow Another Feeling?
Again, it looks like another real person, so I'm gonna say this is real.
Another feeling. Album covers all worn out. I know they're trying to trick you.
Ow.
I'm going Fuzzed.
This is... It's real.
I'm 3 down now. I'm done. I'm toast.
That was it. That was it. That was the last one.
He wins.
Tyler wins that one.
Oh, there's another round?
No, that was it.
Oh, that's it. Just one round? Damn.
Well, I guess picture plus.
Just we're starting to have fun.
Next time, when you put out the next album, you can come back. We'll do another round.
I think the Triple Titties was the best one.
Yeah. It's such a good album cover. Definitely check those guys out afterwards. I think you might like them.
You got to check out She Loves Pablo.
She Loves Pablo.
Yep.
Yeah, you
On it.
She was Pablo. No, check out Nomad Desert.
What was it called? Nomad?
Nomad? You can search it up both ways.
Yeah.
Well, that's all the stuff I got for you. I appreciate you guys being on.
That was fun.
Everyone go check out From the Basement, Funhouse, whatever you guys have next. When's the album coming out? When's the next one coming out, you said?
I want to say early spring. No set date yet.
Okay.
We'll have some singles coming out, like Rock, Paper, Scissors will be coming out on December 18th, which is not far away. I think that's a week from this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that song, hopefully everyone will check it out. We will be on Bandcamp. It'll be on iTunes and Spotify and all that stuff.
Tyler, I hope you keep playing. You're very, very talented. I hope you appreciate what it means to be able to do something really fun and meaningful with your own dad. It's very cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Do you want to play us out?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's turn it up.
Right on. Right on. All right. See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. That was awesome.